Hey Gemini, this is going to be your career and money reading for the month of August. Keep in mind, these are general readings. They're not going to resonate with every Gemini. If it resonates with you, great. But if not, feel free to check out your moon or rising sign. Let's jump into it. Can I please get a clear and concise message for Gemini, please? Clear, concise message for Gemini's greatest good. All right, let's jump into it and see what's going on with you for the month of August. Prediction here for Gemini. You're at a crossroads, Gemini. Feels like either you were previously at a crossroads and you've made a decision, or you will soon be making a decision as far as what path you're going to be taking with the Two of Wands. I feel like you'll be drawn to the correct answer with this Two of Wands energy. This could be anything, especially as it pertains to business opportunities, financial opportunities. You are embodying a very decisive energy, but it feels like you've been presented with some options, both of which or all of which you see as viable. And you're really taking the time to look at which one will be the best option for you. Okay. See action here. For some of you, you're looking at whether or not you want to relocate for work. Okay. See action. I mean. Empress energy. Libra, Taurus energy. When I look at your action position to get the Empress, it's indicative to me of a situation where you need to nurture all of the things around you. I get an embodiment here of leadership. It's a different type of leadership than, say, Emperor energy, but the Emperor is more kind of like, leading with a kind of a very harsh, stone-fisted energy, whereas the Empress, this is the embodiment of the feminine. There's an energy here where this isn't more of a lead by example type of energy, leading from a very nurturing place. It's also telling me here that whatever you decide here with this Two of Wands energy, it's going to be very important for you to be patient and nurture whatever it is you decide to do, whether this is starting a new business, whether it's moving into a new position, a new organization, maybe this is a new job. You have to give that space and time to grow with the Empress energy. The best thing about the Empress energy is that you will reap what you sow with the Empress, and it won't take eons for that to happen. The Empress normally has a fairly kind of like an expected, turnaround time. It won't be delayed. The Empress energy is very rarely delayed for me. I get what you put your energy into, whatever it is that you decide to, if you commit to it, it will grow and it will flourish. But it's going to take you committing the time, energy, and resources to help that grow, to help that blossom. I get that you're going to have to be very hands-on in whatever this is. Because it's almost like you are the fertilizer. to whatever this is. And so you're going to have to be very hands-on, because in each area where you want growth and advancement to occur, you're going to have to be involved. I'm not saying if you're in leadership, I'm not saying you need to micromanage everything, but I'm saying that you need to have your finger on the pulse of what's going on, especially if this is business related. I get very entrepreneurial energy from this, but it does not have to be. It's constant here. Yeah. You're in a planting season of life when it comes to career and money. You've made investments in yourself, in an organization, into a business. You've invested your time, your money, your resources into something. You've made a decision to do that potentially. And now you have to wait and see what's going to sprout from that. You're in a planting season. And that makes more sense as to why you need to embody this Empress energy. Take on that energy of pruning, of truly putting in a lot of care and attention. You got to mother this. Whatever this is, I get there's something new here. And it may not be a new business. It may be a new team that you are heading up. It may be you've been moved into a leadership position. It may be that you are just kind of a team lead or something like that. But there's something here where you're in a planting season. And just know that that's the season. You're not in the reaping season. You're in the planting season right now. And so you have to have different expectations when you're in that season. In the planting season, you see sprouts. You don't see full-grown plants. So I get that there's an expectation adjustment that you may need to get. You may need to come in alignment with and understand that, growth is incremental, but it's a sign of greater things to come. Let's see how you view that. All right. It's great energy, though. How do you view this? Is that it? Maybe Ace of Rods. We'll see. Three of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So this may have been a very difficult decision or determination for you to make with the Three of Swords in the reverse, but you were able to make it. The Three of Swords, especially in the reverse, talks about healing. So it's telling me here you may view this as a real opportunity, like a true opportunity here. I do get some energy here where, because you are in a planting season and you may not see right now what the end result will be, some of you are wondering if you've made a mistake here with the Three of Swords. You've made the decision, right? Now you're waiting to see what's going to manifest, what's going to happen. And for some of you, there's a little bit of doubt creeping in here with the Three of Swords showing up in the reverse, that you're questioning whether you've made some kind of an error or a mistake here. It's okay. I mean, that's human. That's normal. I get an energy of you just kind of second guessing yourself a little bit here. So let's see what else comes up here. It needs to change. Four of Swords. Okay. Yeah, you're questioning this. With what needs to change being the Four of Swords energy. The Four of Swords is kind of this energy of healing, right? Peace, healing, replenishment of your energy. And sometimes this is about like going into a space of temporary seclusion, whether that be actually physically or mentally. This is kind of the time now where you'll be feeling like, and it's going to be very important, I'll say that. You may not feel like you're ready to do so, but it's going to be the time to do so with the Four of Swords showing up in what you need to change, is come out of mental contemplation, come out of isolation and seclusion. There's that energy here where you don't need to isolate as much right now with this Four of Swords energy showing up here. Let's clarify this. I get an energy where you've made the decision, you're questioning it, and now you've almost retreated into yourself. It's not the time for that. It's the time to prune, to garden, to really put all of your energy into reaping the most bountiful harvest that you can. This is four. Okay. Fours. Oh, fours. Stability. Four of Cups. And the Four of Swords. So, for some of you may be in a period where you want to really, I mean, this is a very much a retreating and kind of ignoring. Don't fall into that energy. Whatever it is that you've made the decision and you've chosen to invest in, even if you're questioning it, now is not the time to become a recluse as it pertains to this and not invest in this. That's not the time to do that, and it's not a time to ignore issues or problems that may arise. Issues and problems are part of it. I mean, that's just part of life. So try not to avoid this with the Four of Cups energy. Really take things head on. Embody this Empress energy. Empress energy doesn't avoid. She has no problem with confronting things, but she does it from the perspective of let's confront issues and problems so that we can grow, so that we can improve with the Empress energy. Be careful not to avoid issues or problems or to put them on the back burner and not want to deal with them. The past energy that we need to look at here for Gemini. Okay, so I get this energy where you've been slow, you've been diligent. This is Virgo energy. I get that you took your time to make this decision, make this determination. You really took your time in whatever it is that you're doing here. I get this energy of a little bit slightly, let me clarify this. I won't keep you long, but let me clarify this because I get an energy of someone who does this because they just want it to be perfect. There's a little bit of a perfectionist energy to this. And I feel like it kind of slowed up the process here and whatever it is that you're doing. What is Five of Pentacles? With the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so, and some of that delay could have cost you a bit of money. You could have invested a lot of time you can't get back with the Five of Pentacles energy. I get that you may have been slow to make this decision because you knew that it would take an investment of financial resources and time that you couldn't get back, but you made the decision now. But you're questioning whether it's a mistake. And it's easy for you to fall into an energy where you avoid instead of confront, but it's really telling me here that you're just in a planting season. I don't see, well, let's look at the outcome because I don't see this here as a mistake. I see that you just may not be seeing the results that you want and you're questioning it. Like maybe I shouldn't invest any more time or money or resources into this anymore. But you're literally, you'd be abandoning this right before the sprout breaks through the earth. What's the outcome here? What do we need to know here? What's the energy here? What do we need to know? Ten of Swords. I get an energy where, and I hope that this talks about mental conflict and stress, anxiety. I get that you're going to be very anxious and feeling a lot of anxiety over this situation or this thing that you've invested your time and money into. I get that. And some of you, for some of you, you may experience some financial hardship or pain because it's not growing at the rate that you may need it to right now or that you may desire for it to right now. And so that's going to be kind of disappointing for you with this Ten of Swords energy. And for some of you, because of that, you may completely abandon this and just decide to kind of metaphorically shutter your doors, right? Or, stop pursuing whatever this is. What's the advice here? What's the advice? The Ace of Swords. Wow. Any other advice? It talks about new ideas, new outlook. That's your advice. Sometimes it's, you just have to, feel the disappointment, but you do need to adopt new energy. It may be time to try something new, try a new idea, try a different approach. The one and the two. The Two of Pentacles. It may be time to entertain new ideas or entertain a new approach when it comes to whatever this is. I feel like some of you are going to end this before, to be honest with you, some of you are going to end this before you get, the harvest that could have come from this. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes you just have no more to invest emotionally, financially, or time-wise here. I really get as an advice that with the Ace of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, that this talks about renewed energy, the Ace of Swords. It talks about like being able to it's such a victorious card. And I get that there's like this energy where you're going to have to try to balance. For those of you who are not ready to give up on this, there's some of you that are. So this isn't going to apply to you. But for some of you, you're not ready to give up on it. You're just really, really stressed about the progress of it. It's going to be very, very important for you to understand that there may be some new ideas or a new outlook that you need to begin to incorporate into this situation. And you're going to need to be able to find the balance or try to balance between, especially for those of you who are working and you're trying to do something potentially on the side here, that right now you still need to see if you can still try to juggle both. That's going to be a real time commitment with the Two of Pentacles energy. It's really telling me there's still victory here, though, with the Ace of Swords. It's the card of triumph and success. This is really a card of success, the Ace of Swords, as your advice. And I get that there's an energy where there's success available for you, even in this endeavor here. But you have to find a way to balance and still give this time, money, whatever it is, and energy to allow that harvest to begin to sprout for you. But I understand that there's really strongly two groups here. There's a group that will be able to and can afford to continue to invest in this. And then there's a group that they just want to cut their losses, right? Yeah, there's a group that just wants to cut their losses in whatever this is. but I get an energy like you may be cutting a little bit too quickly. I have to just read what I see here. So I hope that this was helpful, provided a little bit of clarity for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.